Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the live show we do every morning, 10:30 Eastern Time, where I give my official picks in all sports up for the year. Every day I give my official picks. Yesterday, another small winning day in baseball. 2-1, had one push on the over in the first 5 innings, but cashed very, very nicely with the overs in the Boston game. So 2-1 yesterday. Yeah, and there was a lot of stuff actually that I was kind of liking closer to first pitch because of all sorts of line movement shenanigans and stuff like that. I didn't tweet it out, but that is what's going on today. And in baseball, we have a short slate of games. Of course, 2 big football games coming up, and of course, I have already given out 2 CFL plays. I like the under in 49.5 in the Montreal game. I don't know where that is right now. I got it at 49.5 and the over 50 in the Hamilton game. And before we start getting into the comments and the in-depth advice and everything, definitely one MLB play I want to throw on the card right now. Definitely one play. Minnesota, Cleveland, under. I like the unders in that one. I'm probably going to give. There were no overnight lines, so I didn't bet them on the overnight line. The lines just came out for that game. Of course, Cleveland just is going to be resting all those guys here. Sorry, Minnesota. I'm sorry. Minnesota secured their playoff spot yesterday, so I'm assuming that their lineup. I'm still looking for it. Has not been announced that I'm seeing, but I have to assume that they're going to be sitting some guys. It's an early game here, lethargic game. So I'm on the under on this one. It's 8.5 minus 110. I did bet that one pretty big. It's a 12 o'clock Eastern time start. It starts in an hour and a half, and I'm on that one under 8.5 minus 110 right now at Pinnacle, and I'll probably give a few more plays on that one as well. Maybe the first 5 innings under. Maybe the Minnesota team total under, something like that. But to start things off, I'm definitely on the under 8.5 minus 110 in that one. That's not a lock, but I do think it's a solid play. So we'll start off with that one. All right. So let's see. Let's get to some. Here we go. Isan Zolfagari says, Pete, your show helped cash 2 out of 4 3-team parlays. Thanks. This show is the best. Awesome. Isan Volsangari. Very nice to hear that. Mike Eep. Yo, what up, Pete? What up, Mike Eep? I started off the show today with a 12 o'clock Eastern time MLB total under 8.5 in Minnesota, Cleveland. There was no overnight line on that one, but I think I'm liking that one so much. Not that it's a lock, but that I'm sure that I have an edge. That I wanted to start off the show with that one. Mike Keep, what do you think about that? Yes, Rich Banks, what's up? Dallas Starbois. In starting off talking about the college football game, Iowa State +5. That is a tough game, and we will definitely be getting into that one and the NFL game. Both of them are kind of nice. Steven Stucci saying, Pete, I'm 30-10 thanks to your help. Well, that's mostly you because there's no way. I'm doing well. I'm having a good season, but I ain't no 30-10 over my last 40 picks. But great job, Steven Stucci. Darryl Lyle says, good morning, Pete. I like the Bears and Iowa State tonight. I do kind of agree with you on the Bears. Iowa State side, God, it's a really tough game. Unfortunately, I have no problem giving a primetime strong pick that I like with Dallas. The 2 games tonight, I am kind of liking the Bears. Marty Ice, I don't know if you looked at the 2 big football games. Here we go again. Dallas Starbois saying no video. No, but everyone else would be commenting if that was the case, right?
The fucking Starbois.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah. I'm watching it right now.
Right. Marty Ice is watching it right now. Dallas Starbois. There is video. That is really a cool-ass name. I suggested it was like a gay 70s roller skater, and Marty Ice suggested it was like a Haitian weatherman. Both fit appropriately.
I did say that, didn't I? That was pretty funny.
That was a good one. Haitian weatherman or / pre-AIDS roller skater gay dude from the heyday of the gay 70s. All right. So, yes, everyone can see it. Darryl Lyles can see it. Brant Hunt. New commenter, Pete, you the man, and this show is a shit. Thank you so much, Brant Hunt. I'm on Minnesota Cleveland under in the game. It starts in an hour and a half. Again, that's not a lock, but I do think it's a good play. So yeah. All right. So let's see.
So football tonight.
Yes, football tonight. Did you look at those games, Marty, guys, at all?
Just the Packers and Bears. I don't really follow college football too close.
Yeah, the Packers and Bears game is very interesting because obviously anytime you have it just seems like no matter what the situation is for the Packers, they always are going to put up 24 against the Bears, even if they have like all their receivers out and everyone's banged up in this. As long as they have,
which is the case.
Right. As long as they have Aaron Rodgers in, it seems like one way or another they put up 24, which does not mean I don't like the Bears here tonight. A lot of negatives, obviously, for the Packers. Some serious issues on the offensive line and some serious health issues there as well. And defensively, they're very vulnerable against the running game, which is plays right into the Bears' strength. It's just that, you look at the quarterback matchup in a primetime game, Glennon against Rodgers. I mean, you know how much, all the advanced analytics guys say that, like, a running back or a wide receiver is worth like a half point or a 1 point, but a quarterback is worth like 6 points, 8 points, this and that. And you're just looking at all the other shit, and what you're seeing is Glennon against Rodgers. Whew, tough to take the Bears, but I do like the Bears at +7.
It is tough.
But then again, look what happened with the Bengals game, right? They did pull out the win. Congratulations, Aaron Rodgers. They didn't get the cover, though.
That was close.
Yeah.
But
they almost lost.
The Bears have I can't remember his name, but they got a kid.
Jordan
wide
Howard?
Receiver? No. Wide receiver who had a really great game last night.
Yes, they do. Look, the Bears have some squad, and they have a nice defense as well.
Yeah, they do.
And so it's gonna be tough. Their vulnerability is in the secondary. They have a nice pass rush, though. They might get to Aaron Rodgers, so it's gonna be. I don't even think they're gonna have to worry about the run game. So it's all gonna be about how much Rodgers will be able to get protected and then be effective with his reduced offensive weapons. It's a tough game. I'm definitely leaning Bears, though. I'll tell you that. Mm-hmm. And slight lean to it's funny because normally when you have two slight leans on a side and a total, that would mean that you would like the team total that is implied by that significantly more. So I'm slightly leaning under, slightly leaning Bears. So that would mean that I would most likely be liking the Green Bay team total under a lot more than either of those. But that is definitely not the case.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
That doesn't. Everything about that rationale sounds correct, except for the part.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, and here we go. Darryl Lyle saying, Pete, how about the total? I'm leaning under. Yes, obviously I believe it's 44.5 now. I would have liked it a lot more, and I did like it a lot more at 45.5. And I'll admit, I did bet this one. I bet it on the under, and I bet the Bears +7 as well last night. So I'm liking the under. I'm liking the Bears. Obviously, the Bears are going to employ a run-heavy offensive plan. The only issue is just that guy Howard has a banged up shoulder. Now he's on a short week, and they had that other guy, Tyreek. I forgot his last name, but if the Bears run game stalls out and then they have to start passing, then you're probably looking at more like a blowout win and an over. But look, I'm liking the under and I'm liking the Bears at +7. I don't think by any means, as with most NFL games, there's a huge edge on it. But those are my plays for sure on that one, +7 and the under on that one. And I might actually wind up giving picks on those games officially as well. And we might let's see if Mike keeps saying if you like the under, first half is a better play. Packers always score more in the second half. Great point. That is absolutely true, Mike. I've definitely noticed that. We look at that, and a lot of times if you have an under in a Packers game at halftime, it's looking great, and then in the second half it either cuts it close or they soar over. Excellent point there, Mike Keep, and as well, if the run game gets stalled out, then the points will come in the second half likely as well. Great point, great comment, Mike Keep. The first half under might actually be the best play out of all of these, aside, of course, from prop plays. All right, so. What's
interesting? First half under.
Yeah, very interesting. Courtesy of didn't even occur to me until just then.
Because teams usually get up for these primetime games. So
yes,
early on, I would say.
But you got to assume that the Bears are going to, no matter what the condition of Howard's shoulder, the Bears are going to try to limit possessions to start, and then later, what happened?
Fucking Lou and Rich are having a crazy conversation. Lou Skunt thinks his dick's worth more than $275.
Here we go. Lou Skunt and Rich Banks, two commenters who are not there every single day, but when they're there at the same time, fireworks are likely to happen. And a big rivalry going on here. Lou Skunt and Rich Banks. All right, sounds great. Excellent. Okay, AJ Scratch saying the Bears will not top 20 points against Green Bay. That might be the case, but their team total is less than 20 points, right? Their team total, I guess, would be like 19 or 18 and a half or something like that. So, it does feel like it's going to be tough. Mike Heap might have given us the best play out of all tonight, which is the first half under. I will check what that is right now, but I'm assuming it's probably at least 21.5 that you're getting there. I doubt the books will shade it lower than that. So there you go. Oh, Rich Banks saying me and Luce Hunt are friends. Excellent. Great. Okay. All right.
I think they're just comparing dicks.
Right. Okay. All right. So, so that's that. We'll talk about more about the NFL game in a bit if we want to. The college football game, that's a real tough one. And I don't know I'm sure some people say they have strong opinions. I don't know if anyone, obviously Texas, it's a big wild card. They obviously have more talent here than Iowa State, but as we've seen year in and year out, These home games at night in Ames, especially in prime time, can be very, very tricky. It's a very treacherous thing to bet against Iowa State as a home dog in a situation like this, and especially in a year like this when they actually have better skill position players than they've ever had in recent memory. So this is a tough one. My sense on that game, and I did also make a pick and bet on this one also, I would have a slight lean to the under, and I actually got it at 63.5. Wow, now it's down to a 62 or 62.5. There's definitely some defensive liabilities here for Iowa State. But my sense is that Texas is probably going to they should have an edge in the running game. So I'm guessing a lot of running from Texas, and I'm guessing that Texas defensively will be able to shut down somewhat Iowa State's passing game and their weapons on offense. So my pick on that game would be on the under. As far as the spread is concerned, I don't know. I'm definitely not going to bet it. That's a total pass for me. It makes me very uncomfortable ever to bet against Iowa State as a home dog in a situation like this. Then again, though, my gut is telling me that Texas gets it together and at least gets a cover here, if not a convincing win. But I didn't bet that one. Total pass for me as far as the side is concerned. I did bet the under at 63.5, and it's interesting that it's now down to a 62 or 62.5. And you know what? That's a tricky one, but I will give that one. I'll throw that one on officially. Under 62.5 minus 107 at Pinnacle right now. If it lands on 63, you're definitely going to hear me whining and complaining tomorrow. But yeah, so I bet the under 63.5 for an official pick. I'll give under 62.5 minus 107 at Pinnacle. If this one winds up being 33-30 Texas, ooh boy, am I going to bitch and whine tomorrow. Bitch and whine tomorrow. But I'll give it the under 62.5 in Texas, Iowa State. It's going to cut it a little bit close because we saw what Iowa State did against Iowa, right? Obviously, Iowa State can put up the points. I'm just assuming that we're going to see a little bit of I think Herman's going to say, all right, guys, Texas, we have to, we can't be too flashy right now. We haven't earned it. We have to, buckle down and play some tough physical football. And it is a high total relatively. So, I'm going to take the under 62.5 as an official pick. All right. Yeah, Loose Gun saying, I'm staying offbeat. I like Texas, but there's so much volatility in this game. You're right, Loose. Absolutely right. A ton of volatility and a ton of uncertainty here. There's no way in hell I would take a side. I did take a shot with the total. The only reason is just because I tend to trust my totals leans in college football a little bit long term. So I took a shot with that one. So that's that. But yeah. All right, so let's see. I guess let's get back to some quickly get to some comments, and then we'll look a little bit more in depth into the baseball card. Let's see. Dallas Starbois saying loving Iowa State. Okay, see, I told you there's going to be some strong opinions. I mean, I can certainly understand why Dallas Starbois. It definitely feels like Texas, as always, is overvalued, and Iowa State, as always, is being disrespected as a home dog in this spot. I'm not taking it though, but I can certainly understand why I did take the under. Dallas Starbois loving Iowa State. Hako Schofield also liking Iowa State, saying take Iowa and the points. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Corey Jones saying he likes the under in the NFL game. That's my lean as well. And I did bet that one a little bit actually. All right. Let's see. Dallas Starbois saying great picks, Pete. Let's see other comments here. Yes, a lot of people generally saying that they like the under here. Brant Hunt saying Packers O-line is beat up and John Fox is a defensive coach. That's absolutely true. I think Mike Heap made a great point that especially with a total like 44.5 could easily sneak over late, even if the under's looking great most of the way. I think Mike Heap might have really given us the play of the day here on the first half under, and I might tail that one. I might throw that one on just partially because I like it and partially as a thank you tribute to Mike Heap. I certainly wouldn't ever give a pick that I didn't actually like, and that might be a great one. Yeah,
tribute to Mike Heap.
Yes, I think he might be right there. Yeah, there you go. Hako Schofield says Astros keep paying me. Astros again, low hanging fruit today. Congratulations to everyone in chat yesterday who was saying that they liked the Astros yesterday. I cashed as well, but I had the team total over. I wasn't taking any part of that big favorite lines. I stayed way off the side on that one. But congratulations to everyone who cashed with it. I cashed as well on the team total overs. And Hako Schofield saying he likes the Astros again today. We will check that. That's an interesting game now. Of course, now they're going up against Boston, not Texas. Texas is totally slumped out, and Boston, different story, obviously. But all right, wow. Now, Dead on Danny K saying love Iowa State over tonight. Oh, really? Dead on Danny K, you're liking the over in that game. Tell me why, if you don't mind, because I'm certainly, I know that Iowa State has big weapons on offense and some liabilities on defense, but yeah, they're Dallas Starboy liking Iowa State and the Bears +7. Brant Hunt also saying he likes the over. Really? Brant Hunt and Dead on Danny K, please let us know, or let me know, because I'm the only one who's given a strong opinion on the total, on the under so far. Let me know why you like the under. Brant Hunt and Dead on Danny K both liking the over tonight. I mean, I wouldn't say that the under there is like a top play for me as far as total is concerned. I just liked it a little bit, and I took it and I bet it. All right, so let's see. Other comments. Let's see. Brant Hunt saying, great call yesterday in Boston, first 5 over yesterday, Pete. Yep, I like that one for sure. Darryl Lyle saying, Pete, I like the Royals with Duffy tonight. Sam Langford. I think Sam Langford was the guy who yesterday called the play on the Astros the squarest of the square plays, and now he just came back and showing his face saying, I lost on the Rangers like an idiot. Fair for the old double embarrassing loss against division rival double revenge spot. Yeah, listen, Sam Langford, look, we didn't know. Look, in your defense, what's the game? Verlander had been absolutely lights out for start in and start out. And as I've been saying, and as we have seen in a lot of times, great starting pitchers who have been very good for a bunch of starts in a row in their very last start of the regular season, things can get a little bit weird, and they sometimes have bad starts. I said that when we started the week. We saw it with Gossman. We saw it with Luke Weaver. We didn't see it with Verlander. But my point is that I don't think it was a terrible play to at least stay off of the Astros yesterday. Everyone who cashed, congratulations. I had the team total over, but I don't think that you should be embarrassed about having bet on the Rangers. If you bet it too much, that's the key. So you should only be embarrassed about not having balls, and secondly, about over betting your edges. If you over bet it, then yes, you should be embarrassed about that. But just the fact that you bet it, don't be embarrassed about that. Absolutely not. All right, so let's see what else do we got here. Logan LaRue saying Howard to get over 62 yards unless his shoulder is banged up. I mean, we don't know exactly. I'm always assuming that if a guy has a pain issue in football, that they just shoot him up with all the drugs that are available, and he's fine at least for those 3 hours. But so yeah,
agree.
What?
I tend to agree.
Yeah, but Howard does have a banged up shoulder, which could, and on a short week, injuries. Again, I have no hard data for this, but my assumption is always that injuries are more important. Like lingering injuries that players play through are more important on a short week than on a long week. So we'll see. We will see. A lot of people saying Astros low-hanging fruit again today. There you go. Sam Langford saying I don't give a shit about one loss. I bet 1 to 2% of bankroll, no more per bet. There you go. That's a guy who has the makings of a guy who could have long-term profitability. Because if you're betting 1 to 2% of your bankroll per bet, then the winning percentage that you would need to be profitable long-term is very realistic. If you're betting 8 to 10% of your bankroll per bet, no, that's not going to happen. So nice job, Sam Langford. I'm not congratulating you on your handicapping. I'm congratulating you right now on your bet sizing, which is if you have bad bet sizing, everything else doesn't matter. So nice job, Sam Langford, on good discipline there. All right, so. Dead on Danny K, now giving his reasoning for liking the Iowa State over. Iowa State is scoring points this year. They absolutely are. 41 on Iowa is no easy task. That's absolutely right. Both teams coming off a bye, so plenty of rest. That's true. That might also help the defense, though. Nice, crisp, clear tonight. That's accurate. Putting on a show. Yes, good points, Danny Dredd, obviously, or Dead on Danny K. Iowa State, again, much more dynamic offensively than they've been in the past and in years past, and what we normally associate with them. Absolutely, that is true. I'm just assuming that I do think that Texas should be able to have a stronger defensive game than Iowa did, and I'm assuming that Texas is going to try to be a little run heavy here. But you might be right there, Dead on Danny K. So we will see. Philip Age saying I lean Cyclones for the sneaky upset. Yeah. So, Dead on Danny K, all your factors are all factors that, I considered and definitely made me nervous about my bet. But again, like Sam Langford, my bets are appropriate to my expected edge. And so one loss does not faze me. So, and I did beat the line move 63.5. But good points, Danny. Dead on Danny K. Great points. All right. So, T. Nasa saying, appreciate your knowledge, Pete. Thanks so much. Justin Searcy saying, I like Cyclones. More people definitely appearing to like Iowa State. In fact, I haven't seen one person suggests that they like Texas yet. The only person is Loshak, who says he's staying off the game. That he's the only person who has said who's made a comment not saying that he likes Iowa State. Everyone liking Iowa State tonight. I'm staying off the side. I can understand it. But all right, okay. Justin seriously saying Chicago covers with Green Bay 5 starting tackles out. Yes, I do like Chicago at +7. That might actually wind up being the best bet of the day, of the game. Except again, the shoulder injury for the running back is tough. All right, Steven Stucci now saying, Pete, can we get to the MLB card? Focus, brother. All right, okay. I'm going to focus. I'm going to get all centered, and now we're going to look at the MLB card today. Actually, there's not a whole lot that I'm liking on the MLB card except for the Minnesota-Cleveland under. I did also I made only one bet on the overnight line, and that was the under in Minnesota and in Cincinnati, Milwaukee. Romano against Suter. Suter has definitely been pitching better since he came back from the DL. It was a little bit iffy, but his last bunch of starts have been much better. And Romano is a question mark, coming off a subpar start where he gave up a bunch of home runs, but before that he was pitching pretty well. So and it's just a high total, 9.5. I got a good line on that one. I got -103, and now it's not really. Now it's like 107 at Pinnacle. So that's the only bet that I made on the overnight line. Definitely have given Minnesota, Cleveland, and I like that one. Let's see what else. Then another game that I had my eye on was the Angels White Sox game, because Covey is starting for the White Sox, and Covey, of course, has been an auto fade for a while now. So thinking about a shot with the Angels maybe there to hit Covey. Then a lot of games that are just, I'm not sure what I think about. Let's go quickly down them in a chronological order here. The Yankees and Tampa Bay game. Who knows? Faria is starting it back for Tampa Bay, and so he is not exactly sure what you're going to get from him. Sonny Gray has been good, but as always, you're getting a high line here for the Yankees. Faria. Who knows? There was a time when he was an auto play on, and we all cashed decently with him. Tampa Bay, of course, we don't know who's going to be in the lineup for Tampa Bay tonight. So I don't know. Do you have anything to say about Sonny Gray, the Yankees? Did you look at it or
no? I mean, I've been watching less and less baseball now. The Yankees have clinched. I'm just waiting for next week, I guess. Yeah,
I mean, it does sort of seem like Tampa Bay maybe is just like mailing it in now. We'll see what the lineups are. So again, that's a game that I'm just staying off of. Didn't mean to take up so much time talking about a game that I'm going to stay off of. Benton, Washington, another tough one. Ivanova against Jackson. Edwin Jackson has definitely, the wheels have completely come off of his season in his last bunch of starts, which was somewhat expected. It was a surprise that he was so good when he started the year.
He lasted a lot longer than I thought he would.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people thought, and rightly so, that he was going to be an auto fade from the get-go, which was not the case, but he's definitely been an auto fade last 3 starts. Ivanova, kind of the opposite. He was struggling for most of the year. Last couple starts were better, but I'm not a buyer on him either. So maybe a shot with the first 5 innings over. Or one bet I did make was Washington on the second half, because I do think that Washington's gearing up for the playoffs right now. They have a big edge over Pittsburgh. Now Pittsburgh is going on the road here, and I did actually take Washington on the second half. I got +100. Washington, of course, beefed up their bullpen, so that might be a way to play that one. I bet Washington small on the second half. Let's see what else do we have here, and then the Atlanta-Miami game, another tough one. This guy Peters, a rookie who had a couple good starts when he first came up, and has since come crashing way back down to earth, getting hit, giving up homers, giving up walks, but on the other side, Atlanta has not been hitting. They weren't hitting in their last series. Miami's coming back from Colorado. So this is a classic late season series where you have 2 teams that have just, that are like playing out the string, and 2 starting. Tehran's been great, but he's another guy who, we might see another guy who's been very good recently, making his last start of the regular season. Not sure what we might see from him here. So, an interesting game. Could make an argument for, the over on the first 5 innings, or the full game, or the Atlanta first 5 innings team total over. But again, it's probably going to be a pass for me. Then the Houston-Boston game is definitely an interesting one. A lot of people liking Houston, which I can sort of understand, except that Erod has been good for Boston. He has made some mechanical changes recently, and Erod is pitching well. Peacock also appears to be pitching pretty well. I was thinking maybe about a shot with the first 5 innings under on that one. Both Peacock and Erod, I have been impressed with recently. Let me just quickly check one thing here. Just give me 1 second here to check something. Yeah, I would actually be leaning first 5 innings under on this one. And I think I will give it if 5 is still available. Let me just quickly make sure that it is. Let's see. Where is it? Houston. Oh, 4. Yep, 4.5 at Pinnacle, but 5 everywhere else. And I will give that one as an official pick. Houston, Boston, first 5 innings, under 5, -115 across the board. Intertops has -115. A bunch of other places do as well. Appears that Pinnacle has 4.5 on this one, which is pretty telling. I like let me see. I'm just going to quickly check to see if Pinnacle has 4.5 or a 5 here. Just give me 1 second, fella. Oh no, Pinnacle has 5. So I guess SBR odds might have been wrong about that one, and they have a slightly better line. So I am going to take the first 5 innings under 5 -113, which is the current Pinnacle line. Houston and Boston first 5 innings under. I think that both Rodriguez and Peacock are pitchers I'm looking to expect good things from. This is of course a game that does mean something, so I'm going to take that one. Probably the full game under is worth a shot as well because of course Houston has a good bullpen, so does Boston, and that is just a 9. I might give that one as well. Mike Heap, another great insight here. Peacock is awesome first 2 times through the order, batting .360 the 3rd time through the order. He never goes into the 7th, but usually lights out first 5. Yes, and also, Houston has a good bullpen, so I'm assuming that Houston's going to be aware of that and pull Peacock before the S can hit the fan when it comes to Peacock. So yeah, there you go. Reggie saying really like Indians Twins game under 8. I do as well, Reggie, although I got 8.5, and when I gave it, it was 8.5. I don't know if the line has moved, but yes. Drew Y saying, Pete, what's your thoughts on Minnesota Cleveland today? I like Minnesota money line, but it's a meaningless game for Minnesota. Yeah, I haven't checked the lineups yet because, well, I did check them and the Minnesota lineup wasn't out. Definitely liking the under on that one. Probably liking the first 5 innings under. Maybe liking team total unders as well. So Drew Y, my bet on that one is unders all the way around. As far as the side is concerned, it's a massive line for Cleveland here, and I really would have to see the Minnesota lineup before I give any opinion on that. Okay, Hako Schofield saying Astros need to win for home field. Yes. Boston isn't going to let them win, though, and I believe Boston is still playing for something in terms of the playoffs, so aren't they, Marty, guys?
No.
They're not? Are you sure?
Or maybe home field.
They're playing for something, or I think they're playing for something, but they're here. We have.
I mean, they've already clinched a spot.
Yeah, they've clinched their spot, but they have to clinch the AL East title, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that they're. Yeah.
I don't know. The Yankees are not that close behind them, I don't think.
But what's the magic number? I think the magic number is low. It's
Can't be more than 1.
Yeah. So at any rate, the point is that I'm liking the under on that one. I can understand why people are liking Houston, obviously, in that low of a spot, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna pass on that one. Justin Searcy saying Detroit's bullpen is trash. Okay, let's see. Let's get to it. All right, so then we have the Cubs and St. Louis. That's another game that didn't have an overnight line. That's another game that I was thinking about a shot with the under on. Hendricks against Lynn. There was no overnight line, so I have not had a chance to really look into that one, and I'm not going to be able to give an opinion on that one right now. Oakland and Texas. I mean, that's going to be a pass for me. Mania has been pitching well. Could get hit here, though. Gonzalez, very weird season that this guy has had. He's been a lifetime mediocre starter, but suddenly with the White Sox turned it around and gave a string of very impressive starts in a row, then got traded to Texas and started to get crushed. So, I could see, Oakland on the first 5 innings, team total over being worth the shot. I don't really trust Gonzalez here, but then again, we know that Oakland has been terrible on the road overall as a bet, so that's probably a pass for me. And the White Sox game, Norris against Covey, betting on the Angels to hit Covey might be worth a shot. Let me just quickly pull up a little bit of information here. Where the hell's my information on that one? Where the hell's my information on that game? Jesus Christ. Did I look at that? Yeah, there it is. So the Angels, though, again, you have to check the lineups because they got eliminated from the playoffs. So anytime you have a team that is just gotten eliminated from the playoffs, you really just can't make a bet on it unless you have the lineup information. So I'm gonna have to pass on that one. And then same deal with Detroit and KC. I'm pulling. I'm not gonna take that one either. All right, so. Reviewing the MLB card, I've definitely given Minnesota Cleveland under 8.5 -110. Definitely given Houston Boston first 5 innings under, and leaning the full game under on that one. And then other plays that I'm thinking about would be, I guess, the under in Cincinnati Milwaukee. Thinking about the Washington second half play. Maybe you could make an argument for the Atlanta team total over to hit Peters. Maybe you could make an argument for the Oakland team total over to hit Gonzalez. But other than that, it's going to have to be a relatively light card, which is fine. I'm definitely liking the plays that I've been liking. And let me maybe throw some more unders on this Minnesota-Cleveland game, because I'm definitely liking that one. Santana has been good. Santana has definitely been good, and I don't think Minnesota is gonna have anything here at all. I kind of like them on the first 5 innings team total. Let's see what that is. Let me just quickly check the. It's probably going to be 1.5 for Minnesota. That might be a good play anyway. Yeah, it is 1.5 minus 120. You know what? I'll throw that one on there anyway. Carrasco's been great. Minnesota first 5 innings team total under 1.5 minus 120. So I'm throwing that one on there as well. And definitely could see a justified play on the first 5 innings under. Santana should be good enough. It's a 4.5. 4.5 minus 120. I think Pinnacle will probably have a little bit better. But as of right now, I'll just stick with those 2 plays. Let's see what the Minnesota full game team total under is. It's 3 minus 111. That's tempting as well, just because I don't think they're going to have anything here. Cleveland, of course, has an excellent bullpen. And here, let's see. I'm just looking at information here. Let me just where the hell is the friggin' information? All right, just give me 1 second to check some info here. Man, the full game under for Cleveland is also tempting as well. The first 5 innings under. You know what? I'll throw that one on there as well. The first 5 innings under on Minnesota and Cleveland, and that will be. Let's see what Pinnacle has here. Let's see. I'm just trying to stack on units here. 4.5 minus 111 is the line at Pinnacle, and I think that slightly beats everyone else. All right. So I'm on that one 3 ways. Minnesota, Cleveland, under, full game, 8.5 minus 110 is what I gave in the beginning of the show. First 5 innings, team total under for Minnesota, 1.5, and the full game, and the first 5 innings under 4.5 for Cleveland and Minnesota. And all right, and then I'm also throwing on the Houston, Boston, first 5 innings under, leaning full game under on that one, and maybe I'll throw on a few other totals plays in a bit, but. Justin Searcy saying, easy, Pete. Easy on the MLB, all in caps.
Yeah, that's a pretty shit card today.
Yeah, but I've only given picks on 2 games. One of them is the Houston-Boston, and I'm just basically tripling up on Minnesota-Cleveland unders. And, in my double and triple ups this year, I've gotten burned sometimes. Sometimes they've paid off. So we'll see. I doubled up yesterday on the Boston overs. And here I'm just tripling up, basically, on the Minnesota-Cleveland unders. I just think it's a bad spot for the Minnesota lineup. Carrasco, hopefully he doesn't implode, but I think it'll be okay. And if all 3 of them lose, I'll be annoyed at myself, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. And I'll still be up on the year, significantly up. All right, so let's see. Let's look at some recent comments here. Let's see. Mike Keep talking about the Astros game, left-handed and green. Oh, no, he's talking about Green Bay, Chicago, first half under 23s are still available. Wow. Yeah. Green Bay and Chicago first half under is might be the play of the day on that game as well, for sure. Mike keeps saying expecting a solid start from Carrasco. I like it. Got him going in my fantasy title matchup today. I think you're right. Mike keep Guan White comes in with the comment that is not informative at all. Fuck MLB is the comment.
I don't know. It's very informative as to his state of mind.
Yes, right. As to his state of mind, doesn't help any of us, and it's funny. But it definitely. All right, Mike keep saying right. Oh, right. Low hanging fruit. Yes, Mike keep more on the ball of the catchphrases here than I am. The low hanging fruit, absolutely. And then there's also LMLHMMF, low hanging motherfucking fruit. All right, Headless Sportsman saying thoughts on the college football game tonight, Pete. Headless Sportsman. You got to come to class on time. We discussed that ad nauseum for about 10 minutes in the beginning of the show. Everyone likes Iowa State. I can understand why, but I'm way off that one. I gave a pick on the under, although there are very good reasons to like the over, and they have been people have commented on that, and I certainly understand that and don't disagree with it. Just a small lean on the under for me. I did bet it my standard minimum unit size, and so I'm liking the under. Hako Schofield asking about WNBA. That goes tomorrow, Hako Schofield. So we'll talk about that in tomorrow's tomorrow. I think so, right? It's not tonight. It's tomorrow, right? Here, let me check. Yeah, the WNBA. It's a Friday game, right? Don't F around with me here. SBR odds.
Wait, it's a matinee game. It's in 10 minutes.
No. Here we go. WNBA. It's on Friday. Okay, it's on Friday. jumping the gun. It's like, yeah. Not only do I not handicap futures, I don't handicap games that are more than 24 hours away. No, that's not true. I do handicap both those, but yeah. Okay. So yes. All right. So let's see. Mike keeps saying Joe Duffy free pick. I think that's why everyone is on Iowa State. Maybe, but also it's just that Iowa State. Everyone knows Iowa State is supremely tough as a home underdog, and most people know that Iowa State is a very good version of Iowa State this year. So look, I'm passing on it, and I'm going to be on the under, which I did bet slightly. I bet the under minimum. Let's see. Drew Y saying, damn, my book shows Minnesota, Cleveland 7.5. Yes. Well, the under is probably taking money. I gave it what the odds that I give just so that they can be checkable and people can spot check them if they want. I always I turn off the internet from my odds page at 10:30 Eastern time. So the odds that I give are always at 10:30 Eastern time page, because if the odds are changing, then you don't know. I don't want to quote a stale line, so everyone can go back and check that the odds that I always quote are always the odds that were live at 10:30 Eastern time. But that Minnesota-Cleveland game might be headed down. The odds that I'm quoting right now are all the odds that were there at 10:30 Eastern time. Those are all checkable, and so very transparent. So anyone can spot check any of the picks that I made and any of the odds that I quote. All right. So let's see other comments here. Yeah, but I'll tell you what. I would still like it at 7.5. If you want to buy up to 8 to ease your mind, that's you can do that. But I still like it at 7.5. Nick Hanna saying totals now at 7.5 for Cleveland, Minnesota. Listen, guys, I like it more at 8.5. I still like it at 7.5. I didn't have my bet. I bet it immediately as it came out at 7.5, and I at 8.5, and I still like it at 7.5. I would still bet it at 7.5 if I didn't have the bet. Maybe I'd bet it smaller. I would bet it smaller, but let's see. Indris Ozolin saying, why can't non-U.S. customers get the Loshak first bonus with Intertops? Why? Is that true?
I think so.
Why?
I don't know.
I want to know why that is. Damn it. We're trying to show that people are watching the show and acting on it. We non-U.S. customers got to get the Loshak first bonus too. Sorry about that. Indris Ozolins. I don't know why that is.
Thank you for trying to support us.
Yes, and I have no idea. I have nothing to do with that Loshak first bonus. Whatever money comes to SBR from that does not go into my pocket, so I have nothing to do with it. They just put it in the link, and so I don't know. I apologize to you, Indris Ozolins, and I hope you get massive bonuses in the future, one way or another. But yeah, and it's probably better to hold out for massive bonuses from various books, because books are always offering them, and when they do, you should jump on them as opposed to just taking whatever bonuses might be available at any given time. All right, so let's see. We can wrap up the show. I think we've broken this down a lot. Let's see. Anil Frank saying, who would have thought Homer Bailey would throw a shutout? Yes, look, it happens. I didn't wind up giving a pick on that one. It certainly happens. Let's see. Sonny is bad on the road. He's only lost once at Yankee Stadium, and it was fueled by a giant inning pass ball by Sanchez. Although I believe
he's only lost one game at home.
Yeah, but
since being traded,
I believe that his last two starts were at home. Yeah, Gray's last two starts at Yankee Stadium were actually, a little bit mediocre. So yeah, look, I'm passing on that one. And as we all are chiming in here, a lot of times it's best to just pass on maybe the entire MLB card at this point in the season. All right, so let's see.
Take a few days off.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I guess that's about it. Justin Searcy saying, Pete, do you like Chicago +7 and under 23 on the first half? I believe Justin Searcy was here at the beginning of class, but yes, I do. I like Chicago +7 more than any of the other full game lines, and I think that Mike Keep's initial suggestion that taking the first half under as opposed to the full game under has better value is probably dead on. So yeah, I am. You know what? I'm not going to give an official pick one way or the other on this game, but my slight leans are to the Bears plus the points, the under, and probably a bit stronger the first half under. But no official play on NFL for me. I am 4-1 in my official plays that I've given this year, and top 50 in the Jimmy the Bag contest, but no official plays on yeah, but that could, I mean,
I went from like 102nd to like 800.
Yeah, because you probably lost your 3-unit play. I mean, that contest is all about the 3-unit plays.
I lost my 3-unit play, and 3 other plays.
Well, okay, right. But I mean, it's just like that. There's such high volatility in that contest just because it's all about the 3-unit play, basically every week. But Bud Nino 87. What does Chicago +7 mean? Good question. Chicago +7. It's like my recommendation would be to watch the Fast Times at Ridgemont High clip where the sleazy guy tells the guys, don't forget about the points, and they're like, what do you mean? You remember that?
Oh, vaguely. Yeah.
And Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
No, I remember that movie, but
where he's taking bets and he's like, all right, you got Dallas already. He's like, and don't forget about the points.
I like that guy.
Yeah, I like that guy too.
The New York accent.
Yes. Bud Nino 87. Chicago +7 means that if Chicago wins the game, you win, or if they lose the game by 6 or fewer points, you also win, or if they lose by 7, you get a push. And that's your answer right there. Taking all level of questions in this show. All right, so let's just wrap it up. No play on the NFL game for me. I am going to give the under in the college game officially, under 62.5, -107. And in MLB, I'm tripling up on Minnesota-Cleveland unders. I gave the under 8.5 -110, the first 5 innings under 4.5 -111, and the Minnesota first 5 innings team total under at just 1.5, but I gave it anyway. I'm also giving the Houston-Boston first 5 innings under at 5, and other leans, I guess, would be the Milwaukee-Cincinnati under. Let me just quickly check. Again, just a little bit of information. We are going to wrap this up in a second. Just a little bit of information here. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, that's a little bit, I'm going to pass on that one. And the Tampa Bay Yankees game pass, Washington's second half at +100 is tempting. I did bet that one. I think that Pittsburgh's not going to have much here at all, and Washington should be gearing up for something. But I probably should check the lineups there. Harper should be in though. You know what? I'll pass on that one as well. You really got to check the lineups for all these games. Maybe I'll tweet something out if there's because I do count my tweets on my official record here. Peters is probably going to get hit by Atlanta, but I'm going to hold off on that one. Houston-Boston, I like it. Maybe even let me see what the Houston first 5 innings team total is. If that's 2.5, that might be worth a shot as well, because I think Rodriguez going to have a nice start here. Let me just quickly check the first 5 innings team total. For Houston, if it's 2.5, no, it's just 2. All right, forget it. No, I'll just stick with that one. And as far as the full game is concerned, I do think that the full game is also worth a shot, but I'll hold off on that one. I'll just give one play on that one. And Cubs St. Louis, no overnight lines. Have to check the lineups for that one. Oakland and Texas would definitely be leaning on Oakland to hit Gonzalez. Let me see what the first 5 innings total for Oakland is. 2.5 -128. I think that's worth a shot. Don't exactly know who's going to be in the lineup for Oakland, but I'm not a believer in Gonzalez right now. And let me just check one quick thing here. The hell is that? There it is. You see. Numbers. Yeah. You know what? I will give that one. Oakland, first 5 innings, team total over to hit Miguel Gonzalez, 2.5 -128. That's another pick that I'll throw on there. What the hell? Angel, I do like it. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm throwing it on there for no reason. I do like it. Obviously, you got to check the lineups. I will be reviewing that when the lineups come out to make sure that I still like it. But I'll throw that one on there. Angels, White Sox pass. Detroit KC pass. All right, so that's it. So I got 5 plays, right? Minnesota Cleveland under. Minnesota Cleveland first 5 innings under. Minnesota first 5 innings team total under. Houston Boston first 5 innings under, and the Oakland first 5 innings team total over on Texas to hit Gonzalez. And they're probably a good bet on the full game over as well, which I assume would be a 5, maybe 5.5. But I'll just take the first 5 innings over on that one. Also going official with the under in the Iowa State-Texas game, 62.5. I bet it at 63.5, and that just about wraps it up. I know I said I'd have some college football picks for today, but I just plumb ran out of time yesterday to do my in-depth handicapping. I've got a bunch of bets and plays that I've leaned on already, but I haven't had the time to do my in-depth handicapping to make sure I want to give them publicly. I'm planning to do that today, and if I am able to do stuff like that today, then I'll have some good football picks. Hopefully for the Friday show, we'll definitely be back for the WNBA game that goes tomorrow, and of course the full Friday card tomorrow as well. So tune in for that one tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern time. Thanks for tuning in.